she's giving 2000 celebrity in a 2024 world.
If you're a fly gal, get your nails done, get a pedicure, get your hair did.
Yanni, take it into the gym like a pavana. Yanni, take it into my gym like Yanni Wanda. I mean, it's only at the top of Balenciaga. I mean, y'all bitches better yell like Ariana if they ever.
You started with too late. What's tea?
Well, no, friend.
Well, we can get into it. I'm Lee.
Lee. And I'm Max.
And this is the I Don't Know Friend podcast. We're going to go ahead and start like usual with our hot topics. First thing we're going to talk about is London on the track and his never-ending baby mama, a drama. Okay. So, Ebony, which I always think it's weird when people have the name Ebony and they're light skinned. It just bothers me. But anyway, it's just one of those things. It don't fit. You look at that baby and say Ebony. All right, girl. Anyway, so what is that? What is she? The third baby mom?
Yeah, I don't know.
One of his baby mamas. Poe made a Instagram story post, which the only time she gets posted on the blogs is when she's talking about London. But anyway, it was a post of like a little girl. Is that I don't think it's actually her daughter because that baby look white.
She do look white, but Ebony look white.
But London that baby got blonde hair.
But
I'm looking at I will insert
black people can come in all shades, colors now.
It's the hair that's doing because the face is covered. So that's why I was like, is that her baby?
They would have posted it if it wasn't his baby.
I thought when I first saw it, I assumed it was a random like AI image and shit.
I did too. I'm not gonna lie. When I looked, I said, "That's their baby."
I don't think it's their baby. I'm standing on that. I'm gonna stand firm in that. That's not their baby. Either way, so she posted a picture of a little girl sitting on the steps with her hands on her knees and said, "My little girl waiting on her dad since last Christmas." That got posted on the Shade Room, and Summer, as we know, Summer be up in the Shade Room, so she commented under the post of the Shade Room, reposting the story, saying, and Summer says same with the eye roll emoji. London gets under Summer and says at Summer Walker, "Which baby daddy you talking about?" with the crying emoji. So then Larry, her second baby daddy, gonna comment under.
They only got 2 boys together, right? She got 2 twin boys with Larry, right? Or 2 boys and a girl.
Yeah, I think it's 2 boys. I'm gonna stand on that one. And so Larry gets under London and said, "I got mines with me right this second. Leave the all caps real fathers out of the internet shit with the prayer hand." Thoughts, comments, concerns?
London, you would just always be a deadbeat, and your mama should have whooped your ass, literally. And that's just all I have to say, because first of all, when he said which one, you were trying to be funny, but then
you got 4 baby moms.
It still backfires on you because she don't have no girls with Larry. She only have the girl with you. So she's talking about you.
Oh, that's why he was asking that. Facts. Exactly. Right. No.
And they was like, "Oh, this don't have nothing to do with Larry." He could clear his name because London was trying to be funny. Now, he wouldn't. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have said nothing if London wouldn't have said which one. She talk about me. So London, please.
And I would have too. And also, Larry looks very different with that haircut. Oh, that's him. Interesting. He low-key reminds me of somebody. And if I can find a picture of him, I'm gonna send it to you, Max. But anyway, with the haircut, he didn't before. But yeah, London got whole 4 baby mothers. So right. You trying to be funny, like, "Oh, she got 2 baby daddies." What? Like, that niggas be the worst. They be the worst because it don't make no sense. The double standard, we going crazy, and it's just like, who are you talking about? Like,
You don't do for
I almost said something. I almost said
like,
I'm trying to work on my mouth. We're working on discernment, so I'm not gonna say what I thought. Best believe it had to do with his upbringing, though, and I'll leave it there. I will leave it there.
Yeah.
Cause what? How many? Not too much. We gonna leave it alone.
Can't trust them. Can't trust them.
Literally. Cause. Yeah. And it was just so uncalled for and so unnecessary. Was Ebony? Yes, and yes was Summer. But you're just adding for what? Especially when you know it's true. It's one thing if they just like kind of the Larry situation where it's not don't apply to you. They being messy.
And mind you, look, I feel like with Ebony he could care less, but with Summer he know it's gonna be something because he didn't even say nothing when Ebony said something.
Because she always says something.
Summer said.
Yeah.
You just want to bother that girl.
Because he's mad that she moved on. And then moved on.
Moved on.
No.
He really wasn't there her pregnancy at all.
Right, yeah. So. But she also hadn't moved on yet. But after she had the babies, she got with old dudes. And he, just like Future, couldn't let Sierra go because of that.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about it? That's really what it's giving you mad because you thought she was going to sit and stew. You thought she was going to sit and stew like your other baby mamas and be heartbroken. And baby moved on. Moved right along. Thank you. That's it. This is the most we've talked about that man ever. So we're going to leave it at that.
I know. We haven't. Yeah.
What? Anyway. I don't know, friend. I am not one to gossip. But on to the next topic.
Okay. Lotto thieving Pappy. We gonna talk about Lotto's dad. So basically, they made a post about. Well, it was a post, and the girl. It was about a daughter. She basically. So what it was is she surprised her dad by flying him out because she's a flight attendant and stuff like that or whatever.
She's a pilot, so, baby. Don't
pilot. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Put some respect on that black lady name.
So she Lotto reposted it and she was just like, "Oh, my dad steals from me and tell everyone I'm in the Illuminati." And everyone knows her dad from like the rap game, but honestly, this kind of like, cause I figured like he doesn't really like. I figure he's clearly not around anymore.
Yeah, whatever, she spoke about it a little bit, but from what I can tell, she never said why before.
Right. So when she said this, so what you think? Like, do you feel like because he can't control her anymore, he can't really, he used to be able to control the situation when she was younger. Also, and I feel like she would definitely do for him if he probably wasn't like that because she always doing for her mom, like for her sister.
I wonder if they still live together, the mom and the dad, because they used to, and that's weird because she literally said she hasn't spoken to her dad in like 3 or 4 years. So,
and I think they're still married.
Were they ever? They were married. Oh, I don't know.
I think they were married. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Either way. It's interesting to have a strong relationship with your mom still and not your dad and they live together. But yeah, I think that's what it is. People in the comments were like, "Oh, the dad had distanced himself because he ain't like when she started rapping about like sex and dressing the way she dressed." And other people were like, "Even still, if he's stealing from her, what does one got to do with the other?"
It would be one thing if he just, didn't support like how she raps and things like that, but you're stealing from her, so I'm confused on that part.
Right. I hate breadcrumbs. I hate a breadcrumb. If you're gonna start something, finish it. Tell us what happened, Lotto. You're finally getting interesting. Tell us what happened. I was gonna
say like she spoke on it and then that's that. So it's just like again, it's going right back to we don't even know.
We don't know you. We don't know nothing about your personality.
You. This is the perfect time to speak on what's going on and everything. People want to know about that because
people can relate to it. People out here, you gotta have money to have your parents steal from you.
Right. It ain't nothing new. So, but and if she never revisits this, then we will remain that we do not know.
Right.
We'll just stick to her
speculate.
Yeah.
How much do you think he stole? Yes. How much do you think he stole to the point where she's no longer speaking to him? You get what I'm saying?
Probably in the millions.
In the
over time.
millions? That's
The
a lot.
The high thousands.
Put a number on it.
Probably more. Probably. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lotto can make a meal, but probably
still more than $1 million. It's crazy, and her not know or find. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
her net worth of 2024 is $8 million.
Well, never mind.
And that was a couple of years ago. They stopped talking. And, you know, net worth be higher.
At least
they got.
It seemed like she give her mama 100, probably at least 100, more than 100,000.
I'm gonna say about a cool 250. That's my number. So if she ever speaks about it, we'll revisit this.
That's why you want a number so bad, because I'm like, Alicia.
Because I'm like, because how much? Because, you know, a little bit you'd forgive, you let it go, you maybe say something, whatever. But
how much did Tasha steal from Tamika?
It was, but that's different. They're sisters.
They're still family. I'm just saying, because go. That's what I'm saying. She had let
it go. Like,
what was that?
Oh, don't get me the line. Because it was a royalties check. But either way, yeah, and she did forgive her. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. With it being her dad, you'd probably forgive more. It definitely wasn't 100,000. It was probably like 50. The Tasha, not me for Tasha and them. It was probably 50,000.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. You can forgive it. You know, you will, because it's family, and because it's your parent, you probably forgive a bit more. So at what point you're like, oh, I gotta cut you off? So it's like she kind of had in my mind, she would have caught him, said something, and he did it again. Like he kept doing it. It wasn't a one-off thing. Right. So that's what I'm saying in total.
Let us know. If you don't, you will remain boring and uninteresting.
Uninteresting. I don't even think. Let me not get into her. Let me stop.
Is it gonna be quick? What you got to say?
I don't think she's boring. I just don't. We don't know nothing about her.
Boring. She's just not interesting enough. We don't like. Her music is okay. I feel like she do make good music, but she's not, because she is like, she does come off like a girl's, like, you know, fun girl to hang with and stuff like that. So I don't mean boring like that, but it's just she's so known and popular, yet
we don't know nothing about her.
Right. We just not finding out that your daddy, you know, stealing from you and stuff, and you ain't even really speaking on it.
And even just like her personality, like
private, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to be private, that's fine, but don't try to be so. You want to be out in the open with what you want to be, which is fine too. But don't get upset when we just really don't care about that you keep posting about. We want to know other stuff. So if that makes sense.
I feel like we don't know her personality. Right. That's the problem. We know Nick's personality. We know Meg's personality. We know Sexy. Maybe not. Hardy, yeah. Maybe not. Sweetie. Like, all of them we know enough about them or have seen enough of them in real life, quote unquote, like outside of like an interview, to rock with them regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because even with her, JT, she's very she's very too, like, she don't really open up a lot with her.
She's media trained very well, so she doesn't. She's giving 2000 celebrity in a 2024 world, and it just doesn't work that way. Well, am I wrong?
No, I feel that.
All right. So I watched interviews with her. I've watched one recently, and you know, you do get to see, you know, she has a little chuckle, a little hee hee, but it's still very. I mean, because it's an interview, it's very, you know, they have their topics.
It's very set up already.
They have
like, what they're it's not about. Like just off the spot.
It's gonna be about the music, and that's it for the most part. So
right,
yeah,
and it's gonna be questions about your private relationship that's not private, and you're gonna say mind your business and this and that. So but you continue to talk about it. But I'm not the one to gossip.
Next topic.
Okay, so next, Chris Sales.
I think that's his last name.
Okay, so Chris Sales basically, well, he has a 20-year-old girlfriend. So basically,
I forgot he
you talking
existed.
about the queen? You talking about the
Yeah.
queen? Okay. So basically, Queen Naja used to be with Chris Sales, speaks on man taking a long time to marry a woman. He just like the perks of being with you. He really don't want to be with you. And this is coming from a man that cheated on her.
Yes, like he literally was like, if I'm with a girl, I'm a marry after a couple years, I'm a marry her. I'm not gonna. I was like, but you would then cheat on her? Well, multiple women, multiple times.
He married her, and yeah, I think in the beginning Chris was faithful, but I feel like once they started to get like more money, stuff like, because I don't think he cheated back then. Well, I think they was going. I've been watching Chris and Queen for a real long time, and they were like all lovey dovey in the beginning, and then you slowly start to see the change once they eventually like was in Houston for some years and stuff, but. It's like, Chris, you so washed up. At this point, he trying to low key throw shade on her and Clarence, but I mean,
but then put that on it.
I mean, at least he's not cheating on her from what we know of. Queen is still with him, so I mean, hey, he's doing better than what you did, and she's still with him from when she left you.
I wonder when that interview was, because on the second slide they showed a clip from her talking about how she was pressed for a ring. She was like, not necessarily for marriage, but for a ring, because that's.
I know it had to at least be. I know it's not that old.
Yeah, for her to completely change her tune. That's what I'm saying. I wonder how long ago it was. But
we should talk about that, because I feel like that happens a lot lately when you realize that the person that you want to be with is not probably going to marry you or going to ask you. You somewhat talk yourself into being okay with that, and I feel like that's what she's doing. But you're doing it so. When it was their anniversary, you cannot tell me she was happy about the stuff that he did. I'm sorry, you cannot tell me that. So for you to come on and say, we, looking too deep into it and stuff like that, hey, feel how you want to feel, but I'm just going based off what I see. And you did not look happy. You look annoyed. You look like this is the same rodeo over and over. Right. And we see how okay. When do you give it that how long do you give them to last?
I don't see her leaving him.
I was just gonna say, I feel like she's gonna eventually just stay, and then they just gonna never get married.
She's gonna be Chrissy Lampkin minus The Rock. No. Yeah, I don't see. And first of all, Rock. I'm going off on a tangent, but it's quick. When Don't Call Me White Girl spoke about Chrissy, she called her Jim Jones' wife. Okay. Yeah, I don't see her leaving him. I just because at this point, at what point? Okay, if she does, it will be at 10 years, since she claims that 10 years is too long.
But look, she already switching up her tune.
Yeah,
but she ain't leaving.
We're only 6 years in. You know what I'm saying? She could.
Only 6 years in.
I'm saying because when that clip went viral, she said 10 years is too long. I feel like people are gonna bring it up, right, when it hits 10 years. So I just feel like if she would, it's gonna be that whatever. But that's a slim chance to me. How old is she? She's older than us, right?
Yeah, Queen is 29. I think she probably about to turn 30. I don't think she turned 30 yet. She probably like 29, about to turn 30. Or is she 30?
I don't think she's 30. She's 28. She'll be 29 in October. So in 4 more years, she'll be what? 33? Yeah, I don't know. Isn't Clarence younger than her?
Probably by a year.
What's his last name?
I don't know what his last name is.
Clarence White. Found it. Only because it said with Queen. That's why I figured it out. Yeah, I just... that's not him. Okay. No, it is. He just doesn't have his own Wikipedia. So I still don't know his age. Okay. Well, either way, I just Yeah, I don't see her leaving him. I do think Chris is lame as hell for bringing it up. Hey, first of all after the fact. Then trying to guise us if he wasn't talking about her when he very clearly was. Like, stand on it.
And then on top of that, he is dating like a 20-year-old. He's like 28. Chris is 28.
Weird.
And Clarence is 30.
In that clip, she was like, she understands that certain men want to have certain goals accomplished before they get married. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, but you didn't want those goals accomplished before you had a baby. You didn't like. I just the men logic will never make sense. It just can't.
Right. That's like when guys be like, oh, they're not really looking for a relationship and stuff like that, but they still want to like get kids and stuff like that, and it's just like
Big Sean talking about they still have stuff to work on. Girl, I'm finna fight these children. If y'all can see my iPad, you can't tell. Well, there, but even here, more glass is about to fall out. Anyway,
well, I mean, like when they say they want their affairs in order and stuff, which is fine, but then have that for everything that you need. You shouldn't have time for nothing in regards to that, right? So that's what I'm saying. How you have time for a baby, which is a lifetime.
That's that male logic that I will never. It doesn't make sense. And like, because you could say it to a guy, they're like, "Yeah, no," like in their head, they're like, "Yeah, it totally makes sense." And I'm like, "Does it? Does it?"
Yeah, they talk this up in saying that it makes sense.
They're weird, bro. Anyway, yeah, Chris, you lame for that. So Diddy is. So one of the women who was suing him civilly has now filed criminal charges for sex trafficking. This is something that happened back in 2002. She worked one of his white parties as a quote-unquote model. They drugged her and got her to do the whoop-de-whoop with all them. And yeah. However, she filed it, I think, in Broward County. They did say that they don't feel like there's enough evidence to fully pursue it on their end, but that they were going to escalate the information over to the feds. So
I believe it. Anything that, I'm sorry, when it comes to that, man, especially if the evidence is factual, I mean, not factual, but if the evidence is like, because that picture is from one of his white parties that they have right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to believe with Diddy. So I mean,
she also said that Diddy tried to hook up with her man, and her man wasn't on that. So no, I'm just reporting the facts. What she claims. Yeah,
it's sounding more and more believable the more you talk.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
I feel they said some next September is supposed to be happening with Diddy. People think it's over, and it's not over. They honestly feel like they've been getting like the grand jury and
together.
Stuff. Yeah, they're going to indict him on something. He has not even been. You notice he ain't even been on his Instagram, and he was low-key trying to keep up that lifestyle, like he's doing good, he's doing okay, and he hasn't even been posting on his Instagram. The last time he posted was July 25th, so it's been a month, literally a month. Today is August 25th, so it's been a month since he posted. So yeah, he know what's up.
Yeah, I think for sure. Is he still? I wonder if he's still in the U.S.
He's probably still in Miami.
I feel because they're watching him for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised and I know part of the reason they're watching him is because of Russell Simmons.
Why you feel like because of him?
Because he escaped to Bali so that he couldn't get any charges.
Oh, right, and they let that slide. That's what I'm saying.
So he's in Miami with his jet because he wants to try to get out of there, but they try to watch.
They can't really do nothing about it, right?
Yeah, once you leave, because not every country extradites, and it's only for certain things. The ones that do, so like murder or something, sure, but sex crimes probably not, and especially not in a country like that. Maybe if you're in, the UK or something. But
I'm sorry, all the people that's visiting him is. Why would you? We gonna get into that on another topic because I got so much to say about that. But
about Russell,
you ran for. Yes, he ran for. He knew. He knew.
There's that director guy too. Is it Roman Polanski?
Who is that?
Who's a director? Nikki mentioned him in the song. I think that's what I'm sorry thinking of.
Polanski.
But he was he got indicted for like child porn, and so he fled to Paris and has not returned since. He won like an Oscar and stuff, but they just, he wasn't there to receive it.
91 years old and still living.
That's what I'm thinking of. No, I'm saying is that the man. Yeah, convicted sex offender. Yeah, so he got So before they could like arrest him, like once he realized, oh, jig is up, he just escaped to back to Paris, and apparently still working. So
there.
Yeah, it says he was in something in 2023.
That's wild.
And 2011. This was back in like early 2000s, late 90s that happened. So 2019, yeah, nigga's still working.
I was trying to see what lyric Nikki used for.
But I know she's Roman Polanski. AOSB, what the fuck's good? My platinum, this bitch is a chicken what? And I be at a house, but in my kitchen good. Yeah, stupid hoe.
But no relation to Roman Polanski. Oh, Polanski. Oh, yeah. Got you. But on other notes, I'm not the one to gossip. Diddy, you can go to hell. Okay. Next, Uncle Luke. So I feel like Uncle Luke just be wanting to be in the blogs at this point, because yes, you have been a big influence on shaking ass music. Yes, we know this. However, Sexy Red, I don't even know why he threw Ice Spice in there, because Ice Spice do make like bops, but she don't just make. I mean, she do whatever. But for him to just, okay. So he basically was like, he says Ice Spice, Sexy Red, and Megan Thee Stallion need to cut him a check for paving the way. Anybody that's running around shaking their booty, talking about your private areas and all that on a record, y'all need to send me a check. However, they're not the only ones that do that. A lot of artists do that. So why are you singling just the females out?
Nelly Chopper, Kevin Gates, Lil Wayne. That was off the top of my head.
No, for real. Drake.
Drake. I knew there was somebody else. I was reading through the comments earlier. I had screenshotted them, but they're on my phone. So one of them, they used in their sex appeal to make money. You used women to make money. It's not the same. Somebody else said, "Nigga, go holler at Kim, Trina, Kaya, and Jackie O if you feel that way." And then someone else said, "What about the women you exploited and did you cut them checks?" Yeah, that was it. Pretty much. Oh, the one about.
Somebody said, so if that's the case, is Luke going to give his check to Millie Jackson? I have to look at.
I think she's the lady who made this really raunchy song in like the 60s. I know because I looked it up once he started talking. I'm like, what is he going on and on about? So he's been trying to get his flowers for like 10 years. He's done several interviews between now and 2015 talking about the fact that
I feel like he gets it, though. He just doesn't have any awards for it.
Does he get his 10s first?
He have.
In Florida, ain't nobody listening to Uncle Luke outside.
Worldwide.
Huh?
You saying like worldwide?
Yeah, or countrywide within the black community as a whole. Not necessarily. I understand. Okay, because when he was like to the Supreme Court, I was like, what does he mean? Okay, so he was talking about when he was in 2 Live Crew, their album, something so nasty. I don't know. Look it up, Max. What album I'm talking about? They got arrested for it, basically.
I'm sorry, it's Millie Jackson.
No. Are you singing Square Biz? Maxine.
I am.
That's Tina Marie, baby, and she's white.
It is. But you know what I'm thinking of with Luke? I mean, with Uncle Luke, I was thinking of Rick James. Like Rick James used to be raunchy too, and so Tina Marie is in my head.
So Uncle
also,
Luke,
you said Two Live Crew, the album, right?
They have an album. It was like Ain't Too Hard to Be Nasty. I don't know, something like that. They got arrested for performing the songs because
Nasty as I wanna be.
Yeah, something like that. They got that's the album. They got arrested for performing that songs on the album because Miami sheriff.
Well, they reason why they had to put explicit on the album.
Yeah, but I'm giving the backstory. Miami sheriff and the governor deemed that the songs were obscene and therefore they were being obscene in public, and so they got arrested for performing it. And some of the record store people who owned record stores got arrested for selling them, and so they sued the sheriff, the county. At first it was upheld, and they had to appeal it. Eventually it got to the Supreme Court, and they're like free speech. And also some of the songs are technically parodies because they're using like comedy specials stuff in their music, and so parodies are also being upheld by the First Amendment. And so if that hadn't been the case and they didn't uphold it, then precedent would have been you can't say nothing too crazy in your song, in music, because it will be deemed obscene. So in that respect, sure, yeah, you got your 10s. But let's keep it a stizzy. I literally listened to some, like, this afternoon, I'm looking it up. Does that? Because I promise you, if you put on any song, it's like, what? Like, first of all, I don't like 80s rap anyway because it sounds kind of bad. But this,
I like Ashley. I purposely like Uncle Luke.
But that's Uncle Luke specifically, not Two Live Crew. And so when he was talking about the Supreme Court stuff, that's strictly just, I'm so horny. Look at my big dick. I want to put it in you. That's genuinely how it sounds. I'm not playing. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not getting your 10s for that. I don't even think you like it. I think you just want it to be famous. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think you understand what you're saying.
Bad. Literally, it's so bad. It does not sound good. And so Uncle Luke on his own, like the song with Trick and all that, sure, throw a little ass. But that's still just cookout. That's at the barbecue. That's at the block party.
Right.
You're not putting Uncle Luke on a Tuesday on your way to work. You're just not. And so I feel like it's a problem.
Yeah,
I really do. I don't care about it.
And he's taking it out on the females because they want to. I feel like he's taking it out on the females because, first off, how can I say it? He feel like, if it was such an issue, if females felt such a way about it, now y'all doing it, give me my 10s type of thing.
But he just like cut me a check, and that's why I'm like, why do you deserve a check? They're not sampling you. What's the point?
Right. Well, I feel like the cut me a check thing is just
he's just saying it to be funny.
Yeah. Okay. He's being over exaggerated.
Yeah.
But he's basically saying, like, give me my 10s, like, I deserve that credit and blah blah blah. But like you said, it's not like they're actually doing a beat of yours. They're just, I'm not the one to gossip.
But when real quick, when he was naming them, and he first said Sexy Red, then he was like, never mind. Yeah.
Never mind.
He was like, never mind the Sexy Red because she's with such and such, and I like them over there.
Drake.
And so that's why I'm like, again, that's what made me think he really is talking about money. Because he was like, never mind, not such and such. They cool. But the rest of y'all, cut me my check. That's what it's giving. But anyway, the music not good, and that's why you don't get your 10s. But shout out to you for getting the parental advisory.
Was it like he went solo though? Because the Two Live Crew is the let's see that, like, that's them.
Yeah, he has solo stuff too. Uncle Luke has solo stuff. When he was with Two Live Crew, I think he went by a different stage name.
But I feel like their music was good for the culture.
Play it, Max. And
I'm just saying, for a cookout, come on now, you can't go wrong with no
Yes,
Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke. That's what I'm saying, but not Two Live Crew. Those are two different things.
Well, okay, maybe I don't. I probably have just probably a selected few of Two Live Crew songs that I like, because I probably don't like each one of them. You're right, but I do like the ones, the Tootsie Rolls, the one that the viral, not the viral, but the mainstream ones. I probably don't listen to all of it, but I will listen to
I
some
don't
Uncle
think
Luke.
Tootsie Roll is them. I think that's him. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you probably right there. You probably right.
I'm looking right now. Like Me So Horny, you know that song?
Yes.
That's them. And if you like, you know the hook, but when you hear the verse, you're like, huh? Like it literally, and it sound. You know how all '80s rap had that sound? I went to the like the way they do it. That's how they're doing it, and it's so it sounds so corny. And what's up? We want some pussy? Oh no, pop that pussy. 30 seconds of moaning. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That's it. And so that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't take it serious. So why do you want us to? You can't convince me you took that serious.
Right. Just because it's a different time, and now you feel like, oh, let me back in. Let me try to. Yeah, no, it's not
that's
bad.
it. Yeah, his solo music, cool. You know, it do bump, but that. I'm not gonna give you attention for that one, Bookie. Sorry.
But we're not the one to gossip.
On to the next topic.
Well, that was actually the end of Hot Topics.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into our docket questions. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I read a text. So our first question is, what's something you can't compromise on?
For me, I said religion. Like if you don't believe in the same religion as me, I don't know if I can kind of get with it. It may not go far. Not saying I don't respect it. It's just not for me.
Right.
And I don't really care to like dig myself in that type of hole. So I just I don't feel like I could compromise with it.
I feel that. For me, for that, I agree to that to an extent. Certain, like, it depends on the religion. For sure. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Certain ones, like, I'm like, oh yeah, you know. Others, it's basically the same thing. Muslim, Jewish. One starts Christianity. They're the same thing, basically.
Right. It's like the same concept, but just not.
They're very similar. Like Muslim believes in Jesus, but they also added another one. Judaism, they know Jesus was born, but they stop before it gets to the other stuff. They're Old Testament. So it's like it's a trilogy. Christianity's in the middle, so just you know, you can make some wiggle if there's wiggle room there for me. But something else like Buddhist or atheist or something else, I don't know about that one. But anyway, for me, I didn't know exactly if you meant relationships or what specifically, so that's why.
Yeah, at first I was gonna say in general, but then I kind of, because I put the question and then I had to think myself. I said I just put this question because I don't know, it just came to me.
Yeah,
I just put this question. I don't even know what to say.
I thought of something earlier and I can't remember what it was, but now that we were talking about Queen, I'm gonna say marriage or like, oh, I remember what I was gonna say originally, but yeah, I do want to get married. I'm not gonna sit around waiting forever. I have a timeline in my head, and if what we're doing doesn't, I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I want. So if that date comes and goes, I'm never too old to start over. Peace.
Right.
Peace out. I'm not sitting around. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not none of that. Someone gonna marry my old ass. What?
Right.
Or I will be alone, but I won't be a 72-year-old girlfriend. I know that much. What?
Right. Signature.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm not living with you if we're not married, or engaged. So we separate homes. It gets too messy. It gets too messy. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say.
I feel that. Cause I'm gonna get that signature partner.
For sure. The second question is, what is a song that made you cry?
I put "Stole" by Kelly Rowland. I just remember hearing that and watching that video, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you." Like, I don't know what I was going. Oh, another one, because I was talking to somebody about it. I just thought of another one, "Runaway Love" with
That made
Ludacris.
you cry?
It was very.
sad. We used to sing it all the time, like in school, but we didn't take it in a sad note. We just liked the song. Mine is gonna be "Girl Like Me," Jasmine Sullivan and Her.
Ooh.
I cried listening to that song last month. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Alicia, you know, I was listening to that song the other day, and I was just like,
Literally,
that whole album,
I
that
wanna
whole
be, but you gonna make a hoe out of me. What I say, I be
make a
calling.
out of me.
What? Another one is, it's off of her deluxe one, but 20 something by SZA. It was on her deluxe control. That one makes me cry. It makes me cry. Side note, I didn't realize there was a lot of SZA haters out here. But anyway. Yeah.
I mean, SZA is the liar. SZA
She
the
is,
liar.
but she's been really quiet recently. She hasn't been talking that much to lie. And that's really the only thing people can hate on, but it just be like real hate. Like, you know,
but to be honest, I feel like when SZA lies, it's just funny to me because it be so
it be about the dumbest stuff.
Yes, and it be like right, the proof be right there, and it happens, and she just be like Ray J, break them. It's not gonna break.
I don't care.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Tink, well, first of all, Tink whole one of her albums, Heat of the Moment. But this one specific song off of her new album, Insane. Oh my gosh, when I first heard that song, I was like, Tink be speaking to me.
There's so many. I be crying, y'all. I have playlists. I have sad song playlists that I cry to.
I don't cry to a lot of songs, but cry, I can definitely say "Stole" by Kelly Rowland so long ago. But I do have songs that's very near dear.
If I'm sad enough, Pills and Potions will make me cry. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of the Crying Game.
That one doesn't make me cry.
It don't make me cry.
Yeah. If I'm
y'all drop what songs make y'all cry. I've heard some Adele songs. I've heard what do you think about this one? Were you a Bow Wow listener like that?
Yeah.
Big Dreams. That was a good one.
I don't think it made me cry. Wasn't that the one? Hold on, let me look. It was the one I'm thinking of. It was on Wanted, right?
I think so.
I don't think it made me cry.
I don't know. Every time I think about I know the Big Dream one, but every time I think of it, I don't know why I want to keep saying "You're my baby, 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 baby," because he got a song with Jagged Edge like that too. I don't know.
Yeah. Boward. Remember when he wasn't corny?
He's gotten off that corny.
Once you get corny, you can't get uncorny, in my opinion. In my humble, you got that corniness in you. It's not go nowhere.
You're right. I can overgrow it though. Like DDG.
Yeah, you can learn to like it.
Low key, but I have grown to like it.
Where's the album?
I should have said DDG for person that nobody would think that I kind of like, because I kind of don't. I kind of, I give him a pass now. I couldn't stand him.
Yeah, Big Dreams. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's not what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking of something else.
It is a song I was thinking of. When you got big dreams, keep your eyes on the prize, don't fall to the wayside, look to the sky.
Hey.
That's that one. Okay. When you got big dreams, don't listen to what nobody say, and don't let nobody turn you when you got big dreams. That one. The CD. What?
Sidebar. The reunion, the concert with Bow Wow and Omarion Face Off.
I remember I got the CD for like Christmas or my birthday or something, and my cousins and them was over, and we were singing along, whoop whoop, playing the parts. They made me do Bow Wow's part, and they got to be Sierra and Like You because they ain't know the verse, and I knew the verse because it was my CD. Salty about that to this day because I didn't know it'd be Bow Wow, and I was the only one. It was like 4 or 5 of us. Girl,
that's funny.
It was messed up, and I was the youngest, so I felt like they just bullied me into doing it. But anyway. Yeah. What were we talking about? Sad songs.
Well, for the doc.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all let us know y'all sad songs. What songs made y'all cry? And yeah, that was the docket questions for this week. And we're gonna go on to JT Revisits. We did listen to her album before, but we are doing a thing where we're revisiting the albums. Well, this was a mixtape, but we're revisiting it still. So, as you revisited it, what did you feel? Did you have any like different songs that you liked that you did not like before?
I didn't dislike it as much as I did. I would say Dance on the Dick I didn't like before. I liked it enough to download it now to keep listening to it. Same thing with Lemon Pepper, the one with Stunner Girl. I actually hadn't downloaded any of them, but anyway, I did change my mind on those songs. I was listening to it. I realized I really like her hooks. Her and Megan need to link up because Megan can't do no hook. And yeah. My favorite
got that in the bag. She will do a good hook.
She does a really good hook.
I'm pretty, then I'm
be saving the song.
They do, because that's what gets us.
She also doesn't have a strong second verse, in my opinion, but neither does Megan.
I feel that. I feel that.
On a couple of them.
Yeah.
90s Baby is probably my favorite, which I don't think I said was my favorite before, but that's my favorite.
For me, I'm not gonna lie, I do like cause Start a Show, isn't that You Better Swing? No, that's Swing. I do also like 90s Baby. Okay, as far as the change, I liked it from the get-go. I did like well, I still like the intro. I still like I already like Lemon Pepper. I did like Start a Show. I probably like Start a Show a little more. I already like Swing, Uncle AI, JT Coming. I'm not gonna lie, Swing is probably my favorite, only because Swing and Lemon Pepper, I really like the flow on Lemon Pepper and the beat.
Me too.
I just really like it. But Swing gives me more like at United Skates, like at the skating ring, like listening to, like it just gives me like that kind of vibe, like skating ring vibes. So I just really like the song. But yeah, I liked it before. As far as like it more than I did then, no, I feel like I still like it equally.
I thought you gave it a 5 last time. I know I did. You still give it a 5?
I gave it a 5. I said a 5. We both gave it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I said I did. Yeah.
Would I still give it a 5? I would probably give it I'll probably give it a 6.5, a 7 out of 10. 6.5 to 7.
Which one?
Which one? What?
6.5 or 7?
Give her a 7 out of 10 because I like a good amount of songs on the mixtape.
I feel that. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I still do think it could have been more. However, in comma, I realized that she, I guess, was working on it quickly. I don't know why I'm whispering. She was working. She didn't have she only worked on it for like a couple months. She said, like, I watched the documentary thing, and her interview on Joe Budden. She didn't.
Maybe that's why it was a mixtape instead of like.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said. She said because she didn't have a lot of time to work on it. She felt like it shouldn't be an album. But yeah, I think.
Do you want to talk at the end as far as like, well, when we done revisiting, which one we like the most?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think that I don't dislike it as much as I did before. Because I was, like I said, I was disappointed before. I just felt like it could have been more. Knowing that she didn't have a lot of time, maybe, but I do think her next, when she does her first album, since this isn't an album, It will have. It'll.
Yeah.
She also said Jeezy wanted to be on OK. She didn't want him on a different song, and he was like, I want to do OK.
She probably wanted.
I think she said the song. I just don't remember.
She wanted. Okay, he probably did. It gives him all day like that. Beat is a good beat, and you definitely can hear like Jeezy on the beat. So
he did really good. I don't.
He did.
You know, I still don't care for it as a remix. Besides Jeezy, because she didn't change nothing on it.
But we did talk about how, like, you know, remixes now, they don't really take the time to redo their verse. They just put the person.
You know what? But you know who did? Megan on Savage remix. Savage remix is not the same as Savage.
She did, but Beyonce was on there. Yeah, Beyonce was going to incorporate some things, not us. Yeah,
but anyway,
even Nicki did it. Nicki did it on F the Club.
She changed the verse on the remix. Who was the remix with? 50?
Sexy Red.
Oh yeah.
Chris Brown and Travis Scott.
But yeah, anyway, JT is cute or whatever. I'm gonna leave it at that. Do you think you're gonna go to her show? Me either.
No hate though, but I probably. So yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about the album. If y'all, the mixtape, if y'all revisit it. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Yachty, Lil Yachty, and Karrahbooo.
And Mitch.
Okay, and Mitch. Okay, so I can tell you got some things to say. Do you want to explain it?
So the reason all of this started, I guess we'll talk about We'll talk about him and Mitch, and then we'll talk about him and Kara. So a clip from their podcast, if you don't know, Mitch is his best friend, allegedly, and the co-host of Yachty's podcast. A clip of them from the podcast went viral. I think Key Glock was on there, but he wasn't talking, so it's not relevant. Either way, Yachty basically low-key aired him out of like Mitch out talking about some, you know, if we had started this, what would you be doing? I basically gave the idea to start this because, you know, I couldn't tell you to get a job. You wouldn't have did that. And people like the clip was on Twitter, and people were saying that I'm gonna insert it because I'm doing a bad job explaining it. Hey y'all, it's Editing Lee. The Lil Yachty clip is really long, so I'm just gonna link it in the description. If you're listening, go to YouTube, or I'll try to repost it on our Instagram or TikTok. But people were saying, oh, like how he can't be your real friend. You woot talking crap about him, belittling him, all this kind of thing. Now, all of this played out on Yachty's birthday, and I think that's important to the story, and that's probably why he was crashing out the way he was. But he basically got mad at Mitch because he didn't clear up the stuff. Basically, he wanted Mitch to speak on it. He did speak on it after the fact, and the screenshot is literally on my phone. But yeah, Mitch did clear it up after the fact. Basically said that that's how him and Yachty talk to each other and joke around. They're very honest with each other, very blunt, and so it's no hard feelings. But in Yachty's rant, he basically said F the podcast, and so people are feeling like he's quitting the pod because he said he's a rapper. I didn't want to start a podcast. I did this for you to put money in your pocket, and you're not even going to defend me, basically. So he's mad at him about that. So how do you feel?
I seen it two ways. So I was seeing it as with the whole Mitch and Yachty as far as the topic. I was seeing it more like Mitch was saying as if like okay, for example, like he was saying it as like say if you didn't have a job, and it's easy to okay, I feel like Mitch was in that position, but like Yachty said, he had him, and it's easier said than done type of thing, because when you were in that position, did you go out and try to find a job, or did you try to do that or whatever like that? But now that you're not in that position no more, you want to say it. So I can see it from that side too. However, I can see it as how they were saying like Yachty was more so kind of like shitting on Mitch, like for like being that person when Mitch was probably just giving his honest opinion. Just because you helped him doesn't mean that he has to shelter his opinion, or he can't have a thought, he can't have a say so, like he can't have a nothing without you tearing him down just because you helped him. So
right.
like I don't know, it's kind of giving like you bring your friend on, your friend, you're the star, but you bring, your friend is like your manager, and it's just like you're telling them you wouldn't even have this for me, and it's just like
that. Okay, and so the way I feel about it, and well, what came to mind, and it comes into play again with the whole Kara situation as well. Yachty is doing things for people. It's putting me into the headspace of people who do stuff for people not out of the kindness of their heart,
right,
because you want the
the
attention, you
car
want the clout.
situation, I
Yeah,
feel like he is bullying her,
because
and
you
she
wouldn't.
has not said anything, to be honest. And if she did, okay, go ahead and finish on the Mitch thing, and I lead into that.
Yeah,
Well, you can.
I just feel like that's just what it put me in the headspace of. So with the whole
Oh.
Kara situation, um, like Max said, she didn't say anything directly. Some girl tweeted, "Dang, Max, my phone."
And I don't even see it in the chat no more for some reason, because I was looking
Those
for
tweets
it.
weren't in there. I have found the original tweets of the girl because apparently they got
She
deleted.
did say you're the one crashing out, responding to fans.
I didn't see those. I only saw.
She said that. She said that because I did catch that part, like, because like Yachty basically, like, when he went on that whole rampage with about her and stuff, and she was just like, "Bro, I didn't say nothing. Like, stop bullying me. You're the one responding to fans. You're deciding to respond to these people that saying stuff." Like, she got put out the group. He kicked her, whatever the case may be. She got put out the group, and she didn't even say anything on it. She was just reposting like, "Where is Karrahbooo?" But that was weeks ago. But as far as this new information, I feel like he's starting with her. He's making her out to be like the problem, and I feel like he's the problem because, to be honest, in one of her interviews, she was saying she didn't even really want to be a rapper. She wanted to be an actress and stuff. And they were kind of like shutting her down, like, "Bro, you ain't gonna be able to do that, blah 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 blah," and stuff like that. So just for this to play out, now you're trying to like low key embarrass her about writing her music when Yachty, you are a writer. You're a rapper and you write. So you exposing that you wrote her hook when she doesn't even want to rap is like, what type of tens do you really get for that? She was in your group, she was your artist. You decided to write something for her to give her something. Obviously, she, whatever type of friends that y'all were, you were nice enough to, put her in the group, give her that verse. But now that, which I don't even think she's never not claimed to not like to write her stuff. I don't think that was the issue. So for him to just put that reference track out there, I feel like he's just bullying her. You being mean to her, and he trying to say like stuff she has done, which I mean, I'm pretty sure she's not perfect. But with this situation, I actually like Yachty, but with this, he just kind of throwing me out.
I'm surprised you took that take. Yeah. So I got the tweet. So what happened was a fan or a girl, she tweeted, she posted a picture that she took with Kara, and she said, bro, she just walked in my job, Red Lobster, to order some biscuits, and I asked her why she left, and she immediately corrected me and said she didn't leave. They kicked me out, saying they were really mean to her and bullying her a lot. She doesn't talk about it because it won't something. And then she seemed really hurt behind that shit, to be honest. Like, they really did her dirty. I believe it's because her name is the biggest behind Yachty. If we were being real, I only started listening to him again because of her. They're haters, and I told her she'll do just fine without them. Fuck them. So that is the tweet that Yachty, I guess, woke up to seeing, because he said he had just woken up. Very Carisha.
Alrighty.
And so was going off about her about Kara and basically how he actually didn't really deny the bullying that bad. He did a little bit, but
all he did was say that she bullied his manager or something like that.
That she talks really rude to other people, da da da, which doesn't mean that he didn't bully her. And I don't even know that they were speaking on him specifically. It was other people involved, but he took great offense. But he went on to say, I wrote for you, I styled you, I did it, naming all the stuff he did for her, which again is coming back up to you doing stuff for people and not being genuine. Because if you were, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime I'm arguing with somebody and I did stuff for them, I'm not bringing that up unless they were to say, you never did nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't relevant to the plot. And not to mention, you're getting money off of her. So yeah, you did write her, dress her, da da da, for your brand,
like
to build your brand. Yeah, you benefit from it greatly.
Honestly, because of you, because I didn't know about Karrahbooo until I seen like, oh, okay, she be hanging with Yachty and stuff like that. Oh, okay, she's in this group, and I started liking her from there. So you were bringing drag shit to y'all, but it's just like it's not genuine, obviously.
And so and like Max was saying, so he ended up talking about how he wrote for her like because she went viral with her on the radar or whatever, and so he posted to his story the reference track in which she did say pretty much word for word, bar for bar, what he wrote down or whatever. And so, and he's saying, see, I wrote for you, I dressed y'all, I did it. And again, it was just very, I think, true and honestly, I think it's because it was his birthday. I'm not gonna lie to you. He gives that. He's a Leo. And you to wake up on your birthday and people shitting on you online, can't have it. Can't have it. So that's what it's giving to me. And yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. I'm not surprised. His best friend is Drake. So like, and also, are we to believe he never wrote for Drake? So when they fall out, is he gonna drop references for him too?
But I mean, references already come out. Like I don't know who leaked the Jumbotron one, but we realized that Yachty wrote the Jumbotron, and Drake said the beginning, like the pretty much the first verse or the hook or whatever. He definitely said exactly what Yachty said. So I mean, everybody knows that you're a writer. That's what I'm saying. So why, like, I wrote for you this and that. You're a writer.
You wrote for City Girls. You wrote for
right. Like, it's not like you don't write for other people. So why even put her? I don't like that. I don't like it, and I do like Lil Yachty, but I like Karrahbooo too. And I just feel like in this situation, she didn't really do until we see some facts and stuff like that and all of that. But other than that, I don't really feel like she's doing anything. She kind of bowed out gracefully, did the "Where's Kara" thing, and then just let it go. And I feel like he is doing the fire. So yeah.
Question: if this was the situation, it was Yachty versus I don't know any of the people, one of the guys in the group, would you be on Yachty's side or the guy?
No. If it's plain and simple, just like this, no, I wouldn't be able to fuck with it. No.
You see how when it's not her faves, she can be very objective.
That's like I'm honestly surprised on that take you just did, because she know I ride or die.
She is. I was very shocked.
But yeah, probably because I like both of them, but one I can kind of pick a side.
Yeah. So we'll see how she fares out when Nikki and Chris eventually get into it. We'll see who she really likes.
Wait, why you think you just putting something out there?
I'm just putting it out there, but I mean, don't they seem like they would? Like just their personalities, they just.
But they seem to get along
and that's strange. So I just feel like at some point, Nikki gonna say something shady. That backflipping bandit, you know her. She not gonna put a name on it, but we gonna know who she means.
You know who Ugg Boy 1 and Ugg Boy 2 is.
That. Yeah, I just feel like it's very. Like I said, I think Yachty's taking it a bit too personally, or took it a bit too personal when, like, they were saying it wasn't even her saying it.
You have to keep Block and tell him to put his blunt out, but you want to go at Karrahbooo. Sit down.
Yeah, I don't know. It's right. It's weird. Again, and that's why I said I really feel like it's the birthday. But anyway, hopefully he can continue keep making money off of people. Somebody was like, he would have been worse than Diddy because he would have had writing credits. He could have got a stylist fee. He would have got producer credits. It's his label, so he would have got executive credits. Like, they would have got 0.3% off of their stuff.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, that's it. That's all I gotta say.
Me too. So we're gonna move on from that. And finish this thing off with our Mount Rushmore. Our music Mount Rushmore. So it was 4, right? 4 people. So we did a music Mount Rushmore. Doesn't matter what genre or anything. You can pick anybody. So do you just want me to go first for mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so for mine, I chose for my top 4.
I'm sure I'm gonna be so surprised by these answers. Go ahead.
I put Chris Brown, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, and Drake.
I'm
and I honestly went to my top the top songs that I have listened throughout this year, because I know who my top are, but I just was curious just to see who I listened to. And of course, I mean, I listened to a whole bunch of people, but my top 4, they would probably be on my. Okay. Somebody told me, well, I'm gonna let you go, but yeah.
Go ahead. No, what were you gonna say? Somebody told you what?
Somebody told me Adele, Michael Jackson, Drake, and I forgot what that 4th one was.
So for me, I'm going to say Nicki. Surprise, surprise. Michael Jackson. I'm really just thinking off the top of my head. Michael Jackson. Well, I literally gonna say someone else when you were Mariah Carey, and
I know you like Mariah Carey.
Yeah. And I was debating putting Beyonce on there or not. I wasn't sure how I felt, but let's go with that. I had somebody else in mind originally, but I can't think of it, so we'll say Beyonce.
Okay, I feel that. I'm surprised you didn't say SZA.
I was thinking SZA. That's who that one was. But she only has 2 albums, and so I was like, are they influential to me? They're my favorite album. They're my favorite. I thought about it, and you can't make me hate her. So, yeah. Honorable mention SZA. I feel like I really only listen to her when I'm in my feels, which is often, but still, it's not like it's not something SOS I will put on if I'm in a neutral mood, but not in a good mood. Right. But Control, I'm sad.
I feel that. I did recently say, even though I like Summer Walker music over SZA Pen Game is.
I feel like Summer Walker's music is just okay to me.
I can see why you say that.
Yeah,
I mean, she does do a lot. I feel like she's grown out of the mumble singing, because she does a lot of mumble singing. SZA, you can understand what she's saying. But yeah, I could see why you say that. But I may not like Summer as a person and all of that, but I mess with the music.
And that is going to wrap up our show. I want to thank y'all for listening, watching. Be sure to share it with your peoples or whatever. Anything you gotta say, friend?
Nope. I hope y'all have a good, blessed, productive week. And yeah, subscribe and watch us.
Period.
They ever trying to knock up, put my foot up in your call your mama and your papa like I'm finna take your dollar, turn that bitch into a soccer ball and rock.